Hello and welcome to Apex Math. Today we are going to look at special right triangles 30, 60, 90. Previously we have done 45, 45, 90 right triangles. So in this case we are going to do the 30, 60, 90 right triangles. So if here's our triangle and this is the 90 degrees. And let's make this one 60 degrees and this one 30 degrees. Then we need to have a template for solving it. Once you have and memorize this template, it's pretty easy to do the math. So remember that the sides of the triangles match up with the size of the angles. So since 30 degrees is the smallest of the angle, it's going to have the smallest side opposite it. So opposite that 30 degrees is going to be our first angle that we're going to call X. Opposite the 60 degrees is the next biggest angle, and that's the side opposite him, and he's going to be X square root 3. And then opposite our 90 degrees, which this guy points to, the 90 degree angle points to, is here, and he is going to be 2x. Because remember that x square root 3 falls between x and 2x. So he's the middle size, 2x is the biggest, and x is the smallest. And remember that the square root 3 goes with the 30, 60, 90 because it has a 3 in it with the 30, 60, 90, which is different from, if you remember, our 45, 45, 90 template. If this was 45 and 45, then we had an x, and an x square root 2. So this template had a square root 2 in it, while this template has a square root 3 in it. And I mentioned in our last video with the 45, 45, 90 that because this is an isosceles triangle that has two sides that are the same, that's how I remember that this is the one that has the square root 2 in it. All right, so let's do some problems. We're going to redraw our template. Oops, I lost my background here, so let me put that in. And let's do our template. And you always have to pay attention to which side is the 30 and which side is the 60 because it can change depending on how your triangle is oriented. So I'm going to change it around some just to be different. I'm going to keep my triangle this way up and down, but I'm going to change the 30 and 60 just to make sure that we're paying attention. All right, so remember that opposite the 30 is x, opposite the 60 is x square root 3, and opposite the 90 is 2x. So let's do our first example. So first example is going to be a real easy one. Here's our right triangle. We'll keep the 30 down here and the 60 here. So it looks exactly like our template. And let's make this a 5. So if we match this up, then we can see that the side that was given is this side right here. So whatever side I'm given is what I'm going to set these two things equal to each other. So I'm going to say x is equal to 5. And then I just simply do the math to figure out my other two sides. So this side is 2x. So I have to figure out 2 times x is equal to 10. So this side must be 10. Then this side is x with a square root 3 at the end. So that is 5 with a square root 3 at the end. So this is what that side looks like. So that's a pretty easy problem. So let's do another one. And I kind of do these in order of how difficult they are. I'm going to start off with the easy ones first. All right, this one, I'm going to put the 30 up here just to be different and the 60 down here. And I am going to put a 10 on the hypotenuse. So that means that this time the value that's been given is the 2x. So I'm going to set these two things equal to each other. So 2x is equal to 10, and I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to divide by 2, and I get x is equal to 5. Well, I know the side opposite the 30 is x, so that's this side here. So since x is 5, that side is 5. The side opposite the 60 is this x value, 5, with the square root of 3 stuck at the end. So 5 square root 3. So that is the solution for that one. Actually, it's the same problem here as this one, just slightly different because my 30 and my 60 are in different places. So let's clear the screen. And let's look at a new one here. Example 3. Draw the triangle. And let's put the 30 up here, the 60 here, and let's make this 3 square root 3. So if we look at our template, and our template has opposite the 30 is an x, opposite the 60 is x square root 3, opposite the 90 is 2x. So the side that we're given is this side, which is the side opposite the 60. So we're given x square root 3 is 3 square root 3. So if I just divide by square root 3 to solve for x, I can see that x is equal to 3. So that means this side down here is x, so he's 3. And this side up here is 2 times x. 2 times 3, or 6. All right, let's do another one. We'll redraw our template. (30, 60), opposite the 30 is x, opposite the 60, x square root 3, and 2x. So this time, here's my triangle, and I'm going to put the 30 up here and the 60 here, and I'm going to make this side a 6. So I can see that the side that I'm given here is the side opposite the 60, and the side opposite the 60 is x square root 3. So I'm going to set those two things equal to each other. X square root 3 is equal to 6. And now I need to solve for x. So I'm going to divide by square root 3, divide by square root 3, those cross off. But now I have a square root in my denominator and I'm not allowed. So I'm going to rationalize the denominator by multiplying by square root 3 over square root 3. That gives me 6 square root 3 over 3. And that simplifies. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. So that simplifies to 2 square root 3. So x is equal to 2 square root 3. So that's what goes here. Now 2x is the piece I'm still missing. So I need to do 2 times 2 square root 3. And when you multiply with radicals, outsides get multiplied to outsides and insides get multiplied to insides. So since this is an outside, I'm just going to do 2 times 2 is 4 square root 3. And I'm done. Let's do another one. Here's my triangle. And let's make him the 60, and him the 30, and we'll make him over here 6 square root 2. So opposite the 30 is x. So x is equal to 6 square root 2. Opposite the 60 down here is x square root 3. So I need to just stick a square root 3 on the end of what x is. So x square root 3 is going to be my x times square root 3. So since both of these are insides, when I multiply, I have to multiply the two insides together. So I end up with 6 square root 6. So this becomes 6 square root 6. And then lastly up here, I need 2x. So I need to take this guy, he's x, and multiply him times 2. So 6 square root 2 times 2. Now the number I have to multiply is an outside number, so I'm going to multiply the 6 times 2 and I get 12. So 12 square root 2. So that completes that triangle. All right, we're going to do 2 more. I'll put the 30 up here and 60 down here, and we're going to call this side 8 square root 2. So the side that I gave you is the side that is 2x. So we need to solve for x. So 2x is equal to 8 square root 2. So to solve for x, I would divide by 2. Again, outside would be divided by outside. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So x is 4 square root 2. And remember, that goes opposite the 30. So 4 square root 2 goes here. Over here, I need to stick a square root 3 on the end of the x. So I have 4 square root 2 times an extra square root 3. Now I have two insides that I need to multiply together. So I'm going to say 4 square root 6. So this side is 4 square root 6. And now we will do our last problem. And our last one let's see, we're going to put the 30 here and the 60 here, and we're going to say this is 10 square root 2. So the side that I gave you is the x square root 3 side, because he's opposite the 60. So I have to say x square root 3 is equal to 10 square root 2. So I need to solve for x. So that means I'm going to divide by square root 3. Divide by square root 3. I can't do 2 divided by 3, so I'm going to just rationalize my denominator. Square root 3 over square root 3. So I end up with 10 square root 6 over 3. So that is what x is equal to. So x goes opposite the 30, 10 square root 6 over 3. And now I still need 2x for that side. So I need to take this number and multiply it times 2 to get 2x. So multiply, remember this is like 2 over 1. So 10 times 2 is 20, just the outsides. And 3 times 1 is 3. These don't reduce, so my final answer is 20 square root 6 over 3. These are actually very easy to do as long as you take them step by step and know your models. So just to review, same process is used for 30, 60, 90 as 45, 45, 90. You just have two different templates. So 45, 45, 90, 30, 60, 90. And your 45, 45, 90, it's an isosceles triangle, so the two legs are the same, and the hypotenuse is the x with the square root 2 attached. With your 30, 60, 90, opposite the 30 is an x, opposite the 60 is an x with the square root 3, and opposite the 90 is your 2x. So those are your templates for your special right triangles. So there will not be study notes for this. Just copy down your templates, write down some of the examples, and just remember to always set whatever side you're given equal to the value that you're given and solve for x, and then you can fill in everything else. So those two easy steps: set the side equal to the number, solve for x, and then you get the rest of the sides. You do math to find the rest of the sides. Thank you for visiting us at Apex Math. If this has been helpful for you, please like us and continue to watch our videos.